Spring Training Today is brought to you by Waste Management's Bagster, dumpster in a bag.
Hello everybody and welcome to Spring Training Today on Boston.com. I'm Chris Gasper. Down here in Fort Myers today, Red Sox position players took their physicals in advance of the first full squad workout, which will be tomorrow. Also today, the Red Sox big free agent off-season acquisition, Carl Crawford, met with the media. Crawford was born to run, especially against the Red Sox. He's stolen 62 of 66 bases, can you believe that, against Boston, including 35 straight. That would explain why no one was happy to see Crawford in a Red Sox uniform more than catcher Jason Varitek.
Jason, when I went up to Boston, yeah, we talked about it. He was like, we just kind of gave each other a hug, just kind of buried the hatchet a little bit and, let him know I'm on your side now, so you don't have to worry about all that anymore.
I still have some animosity. He looks awful good in our uniform, though. When he walked in today, it's amazing how you can hate somebody so much in a different uni and then fall in love with them when they're in your uni.
With me and Ellsbury stealing bases, that's putting as much pressure on them as possible. That's the thing. You just try to make them make mistakes. That team, they don't really make a lot of mistakes. So if you got speed, sometimes that make a team make mistakes. And with me and Ellsbury, it'd be nice to see what we can do against those guys.
Back here with Dan Shaughnessy of the Boston Globe. And Dan, what dimension do you think Carl Crawford brings to this team? I mean, traditionally, Red Sox not a speed team. I know Ellsbury had the 70 stolen bases a couple of years ago, but traditionally they haven't had guys like this.
No, especially a guy who can burn like this, top of the order. We know what the numbers are, what he's done to the Red Sox over the years. Don't have to remind people. 6 steals in 1 game against Jason Varitek. I think it's like 35 in a row, 65 out of 66, some ridiculous numbers. So they all said today they'll be happy to see him on their side for a while. And I think defensively, he brings something that they don't have, and that is the ball, as Francona said, doesn't hit the ground that much out there. Covers a lot of territory, won a Gold Glove. You're throwing that in left field.
I think when you look at this, the one thing I'm a little concerned about is him maybe changing his game at all. He said a little bit that he was going to try and hit the wall more, and also that contract, Dan. I mean, that's a lot of money. He's coming from a small market in Tampa. It's kind of different playing in Boston.
I agree. I think it's not for everybody. You kind of find out right away who it's for, who it's not for. He appears to be a guy who can handle it, and he's played in the World Series and pennant races and all that sort of thing. He's got great skill sets, so that's all there. But you can't really know what it's like to be in Boston until you're there, especially if things start slowly for a guy. But fans want this guy to succeed. He's a likable guy. We all saw that today, and I think it's going to be a good ride for him.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a pretty good ride for Carl Crawford. There's no doubt. And I like the fact that he reached out to Jacoby Ellsbury there and kind of said, hey, we can run together. I think, wow, and that could be really exciting for Red Sox fans.
Yeah, it was fun. We asked both guys who would win a foot race, and they both said, I wouldn't bet against myself or something to that effect. And I think the Jimmy Fund should get together and, stage that thing for charity. Have a foot race. Carl Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury.
That would certainly be something to see, and I know I'd pay to watch that. A lot of people would too. Look, keep it locked on Boston.com. We have you covered, all the latest updates on Carl Crawford and any of the other Boston Red Sox down here in Fort Myers.